The last thing I did before I got a stroke, I was making a wedding dress. That's the last thing I remember. Everything was left I left it. Was to get up in the morning, I was supposed to just continue. The last thing I did was just put the zipper in the wedding dress. That was the last thing I was supposed to do. And I got a stroke in the morning. That will be one day I will never forget. For me, that morning, I thought it was a normal day for me. The only thing I could remember, I kept saying I was tired. One thing I realized was that I kept saying to my wife, I'm just tired, I'll just go lie down. And so she saw the signs. My face didn't look the same. And she kept saying, are you okay? And she said, I'm gonna call the doctor. She called the doctor, and the doctor asked some questions, and the question he said was, he's getting a stroke. Let's get the ambulance to him right now. And for me, it was something that I didn't want to happen because it was giving too much people to be ambulance and all that. I didn't want that. That was my kind of style. I said to my wife, can you just take me in the car? And so the doctor said to her, no, it's easier to get the early detection, and the quicker they can dilute me, it saves my life. And I still didn't want to do it. I kept saying I didn't want to, but now I'm thinking at it, it was the best thing for me because it could have been worse. Yeah, I could have been under traffic or something could have happened. My life has changed tremendously. As you can see, I still have my little problems with my speech and all of that. And everybody who knows me, I've done several interviews and talk on TV all over. So it was something hard for me. My wife used to buy like A, B, C. I remember sitting down and I used to say A, B, C, D, E, F, and then I forget. So I have to start over again. I couldn't say my ABC and all that. I didn't know how to put the television up. I asked my son, I couldn't say exactly what I wanted to say, I just point. That's what I used to do. I couldn't talk, I used to point. And he put on the television, and the first thing that I just started to cry because I was watching the television, everything looked like scrambled. I didn't recognize none of those words. I can't see anything, and I kept pointing, said, something is wrong with the TV. I kept saying, point, TV. And he said, and he started crying as well. He said, you can't believe Daddy can't even remember how to play the TV, put on the TV. People wouldn't understand how your life can change in such a short time. You know, I got up in the morning, I thought I was fine. And the next day, I had to learn how to talk. I remember there was a problem with one leg and my hand. It was like stiff. So my hands were like this, you know. And the saddest part of it is that I had a very depression when I got a stroke. Because sometimes I want to express my point, and sometimes it's a little difficult for me to remember certain things. I have all these thoughts in my head. I know exactly what I want to tell you. I'm sure you can realize. I know exactly. I'm very knowledgeable about what I'm talking, but sometimes it just jumbles. And that's this problem that happens when somebody who has a stroke. I go to sleep at 4 in the morning, and at 6 in the morning, I'm up again, started to work. So that's the normal routine for me. I was using 2 hours, maximum 4 hours. If I go to 4 hours sleep, that's a good night for me. I'm working, my band doing this, pageants, doing designing and all that. I was overworked, you know, I was burnt out. Most important for me, I think we need to follow our doctor's orders. You know, that was something that I should have been doing before because I'm a diabetic as well. And you know, it's a big problem for men because men don't think about doctor's orders. We tend to think that, oh, you'll be okay, you'll be okay. And if you feel sick, you just take one tablet and that. But my situation is, I remember when I spoke to God bless his soul, Prince Ramsey. I remember he said to me, you will survive, but the way you're not taking your tablets, which is just a simple tablet I should be taking. I didn't want to take any tablets because men always have some bad things in their head that what can happen, what will do X, Y, and Z. But all I was supposed to do, take this tablet and I should be fine. I used to feel the signs in my legs because, like I said, I'm a diabetic. I felt the tinge in the toes and stuff like that, and that's only when I will take the tablet. But normally he said all I have to take it in the morning. Once I find my loads, I can take it in the morning and in the evening and I'll be fine. But I didn't follow that situation. I kept doing my own thing, and when I feel it, then I decide I will take a tablet. So that wasn't the right thing, you know? Medical benefit, they have helped me a lot because I have to get my tablets, I have to get my doctor's prescriptions and all that, and they are done through MBS. You know what your situation are, you know the foods that you should not be eating. We want to indulge in some things, but we have to know what our limits are. Follow your doctor's order. We have a lot of thoughts in our head that it will affect our sexual drive and all that. It doesn't, I can tell you, it doesn't. Just follow your doctor's order and you'll be alive now. You know, trying to take all those guineas or this, you know, to boost you, no, it is not necessary. It's not necessary. Eat properly and you'll be fine. You will have no problem in that way, for sure. Here, I'll tell you this, I laugh a lot. I remember when I couldn't spell my own name, I got some serious depression. And I watched it with my wife. And my wife got so small because she was so depressed. Not she was depressed, I was depressed. And she was worried for me. They used to sit down, somebody has to be there with me, you know? Or I have to be in the garden or something, you know? So I try to make myself happy. If I think of something and I can't remember how to say it, I just laugh and I say, tomorrow it will be okay. I'll remember you know. And it always happened. I still have my challenges. I can tell this for others. I still can't read properly yet, you know, but it doesn't bother me. I laugh. Today it will happen. The next day it will be good for me, you know. I've come a long way. And that's why I'm laughing. I've come a long way. You know, I'm not like Calvin before, but I'm so blessed I'm still here.